put the dogs in the cage. Nah, put the dogs back in the house, not in the cage. We're gonna do that when we're about to be gone for a very long time. Cause normally we just let them sit out. All right, but we're gonna wait a few minutes. Let some other folks get up in here. Let other folks get up in here so we get on our topic. And so, hey, welcome to Sunday. It's hot and muggy out here. It rained for all about up in Carolina here. It rained for about a period of about 3 or 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and all of a sudden now you had the steam come up, and we got a nice little breeze because it done cooled off a little bit. So wait for folks to get up in here. And so, what's up, South Carolina? How you doing? What's up? All right. All right. So wait for some more. I know I'm doing all right too. You know, we struggling. Everybody, we all struggling here, but we just trying to make it. All right. Hopefully you're not doing struggling too. Despite the smile on my face, well, me and my family we struggling too. All right. Yeah, that bubble's got to pop as well. We waiting on that bubble to pop too. So it's gonna pop. It's already popping. It's just we gotta wait for the other folks to know about what's actually going on. Right. So while we waiting for other folks to come on in, give it about another couple of minutes for it to get in. Hope you got your drink with you because we're gonna talk about something here. So I gotta show you right here. So you got your little drink going. So we're gonna have a little drink before we're gonna have a drink while we getting this started too, because it's hot out here. It's actually pretty hot out here, so we're just gonna enjoy this while we can, while we sit up and talk about today's topic. All right, this is a big one because many people feel that what we talk about is BS. Then I'm gonna help hopefully put a light on about what's actually going on, put tying together that we're not fools and that we know the sorrow is real. So there you go, light it up. I got a little bit of ice in here, so just keep it a little bit cooler. Let me know what you got. Let me know what you got in your glass, and I'll let you know what I got in mine. Dog hair. Oh shoot. How does it feel up in where you? How does it feel where you at? But I know it's hot and muggy over here in Carolina, in the eastern part of Carolina where I'm at. It is muggy. All right. Got a nice little breeze out here, but trust me, that breeze ain't helping for nothing. Yeah. What part of Carolina? What part of South Carolina that you in? Florence. Is that where is that where I-20 starts at? Oh yeah. Okay. I made a big mistake. Oh, Florida and Alabama muggy too? Oh yeah. Oh man, let me let you know what happened. I did some dumb stuff twice on my way to see my family back in Texas. We drove all the way down 95 and we got on Florence. We hit I guess 20 on I think in Florence. I can't remember, but we hit 20 in South Carolina and drove out. Decided we wanted to be. Well, it's my fault, and drove all the way to Dallas. That was 23 and a half hours, and I won't ever try that way again. 95 sucks, and so does 20. And I-10 is even worse. All right. Hey, you just gotta let me know what you got in your mug, though. I'll let you know what I got in mine before we get started. All right, gonna give it a little minute. Gonna give another few seconds before we get started. On soda in the fridge. All right. I feel you on that one. Not everybody does it. That's cool too. All right. So what I want to jump on today, and we're going to talk about what I'm going to talk about the 20 laws of Nasara Jasara Act. Nasara National Economic Security and Reformation Act and Jasara Global Economic Security and Reformation Act. They got 20 laws to it. Give a quick brief history. It was supposed to have been trying to enact it for years, uh, probably even a century, but it's been thwarted each and every time. And the most recent time it was enacted, and this is, you can actually look it up. There was actually where at the time Bill Clinton was talking about it, but he was under. Well, most people don't know, if you see the look in his eyes, what they were hiding, the fact that he was under gunpoint by U.S. Special Forces. They had actually, it was actually, the most recent one started off with farmers, and it was I think it was a Navy, it was an admiral, a retired general, who got a hold with the farmers, and they sued the government and a bunch of other folks, and they got into it with them, and they all figured out that what the government was stealing farmlands, they was committing fraud, and they were lying about it, and so they were illegally doing it and unlawfully doing it. So they got together and won, and that ballooned into that a lot of things were fraud. That what many people before them were talking about was actually fraud. And in 1996, if I'm not wrong, correct me in the comment section, that Congress was rounded up by special forces, by U.S. special forces, surrounded and brought into Congress. And when they looked around, they realized that they were locked inside. And in the gunpoint, Congress was forced to pass Nasara. All right. And then in 1999, I think 96 and 99, Clinton was forced to sign off on it too, under gunpoint. And it was supposed to happen on at 10 o'clock a.m. on September the 11th, 2001. But we all know what that happened is. All right, so that's a little quick, short, brief, and why it's being implemented, and why we are so close to it coming now. So let's go with this 20 laws about Nasara Jasara. Here we go. For first one, of the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. That's Nasara. That's us. Jasara is global. All right. Run. Cancels all credit card, mortgage, and bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities. May refer to this as a jubilee or complete forgiveness of all debt. They're going to forgive every single debt because they realize that we've been charged interest. And if you read Uniform Commercial Codes and United States codes, guess what? Charging interest is illegal and unlawful. They're not supposed to charge interest, and they've been getting away with it. All right. We've been hearing some stories about some people's mortgages. They just getting letters and notices that their mortgage is done, it's been paid for. It's our counsel. Shoot, I'm still waiting on mine. Hope some of y'all still waiting on yours. Okay, too. All right. And credit card debt. Some people's credit card bank things have been getting wiped out. I don't have a credit card. We got one credit card, and that's it. We don't have any more on that one. All right. So we got out of debt early. Abolish income tax. Boy, oh my goodness, boy, we can't wait for that one. Income tax. That means they can't be taking money out your paychecks anymore, because let's face it, income is a tax on your income. They're charging us taxes after taxes, fees, and fines. If you really want to pay attention, go look at state by state. All right. And you'll see that we are the most taxed folks in the world. We pay 99,000 fees and taxes. All right, go, just trust me, look it up. All right, abolishes income tax. That's number two. We just went over that one. Get rid of that one. We get all our money back. All right, and yeah, Mark Smith. I know it's been going on for 6 years, but everything has all been heating up. All right, it's been heating up, and as you can see now, pay attention to the markets, not just what the mainstream media tell you, but really dig into it and pay attention. They're replacing LIBOR, the London Interbank overnight rate. They're replacing that one with SOFR, Security Overnight Funds Rate. When is the last time you heard anything about the IRS coming out to anybody? Yes, there's a big battle going on in Utah right now with the Kenny Barbara Cromar case. They've been fighting the IRS, but for the most part, since that meeting with the IRS commissioner in Dallas, we say go get their money. You ain't heard much about the IRS. All right, not much from them at all. All right, number three, we talk about the IRS. Abolish the IRS with the employees of the IRS being transferred into the U.S. Treasury's national sales tax area. That is actually happening. If you go to Washington, D.C. right now, the District of Columbia, which is its own, it's not a city, it's a corporation. All right, part of the three empire of the three cities: London, Finance, Vatican, religion, and Washington D.C. military. All right, the IRS building is boarded up. That is their headquarters. They're boarded up. So where's the IRS now? They just got a bunch of folks running around in some of these field offices, and you don't hear much about the IRS anymore. All right, and some of them, those who've been deemed to be good folks, they're gonna be transferred to the U.S. Treasury. U.S. Treasury. All right, that was number 3. Number 4, creates a, and this has been debated here. Create a 17% flat rate, 90-cent no items only tax revenue for the government. In other words, food, medicine will not be taxed. No will be used items such as old homes. So you buy old home, they won't tax you on it. That's actually a big deal. You want a brand new homes, 19 bedrooms. I want a big home. I want a bigger home. I want an 8-bedroom home. Don't ask me why. I just want to have 8-bedroom because I got a lot of family members. All right, so I'm looking forward to this one, especially look at food prices now. They're just squeezing it blind. They're squeezing us left and right, all the way from the so-called egg shortage, which if you really talk to farmers, there are more chickens in this country than there are people. All right, so that is big one thing. Hopefully we get that one. And there's been a debate between 14 to 17%. There's sort of a debate with that one. All right, increases benefits to senior citizens. How many of us have been paying attention to what's going on in the news? They've been, and even some of the mainstream sites, they're telling us, they're letting us know that, hey, seniors are expecting increase in Social Security benefits, right? That is NASARA. They're getting their benefits. It's just a matter of time before they start getting it. It's being delayed and delayed and delayed, but they keep reporting on it, letting the media, letting out of the mainstream media drip, letting everybody know that, hey, it's coming. All right, that was number 5. Number 6. Return constitutional law to all courts and legal matters. That is a big one, folks. I'll be honest with you. I got issues right now because I got 3 out of the 4. I got 4 cars. All right, three cars are not registered. I took them. I actually turned in the plates and had them, and I drew up an affidavit and turned it in to the Department of Motor Vehicles, saying that they're private personal automobiles, and I gave back their plates. When you have a plate on there, look at the sticker before you take the actual sticker on there and pull it off. It says for official use only. All right. When you have that official use only, what actually only has that? Government plates, state issued government plates, federal government plates. Get your stuff out of there. All right, and that lets you know that they're going to tell people about the right. They're going to tell these government agencies the right to travel. What's the difference between traveling and driving? All right, that's one thing. It's going to get rid of all this funny money business crap, all this corporate crap that we have to put up with. All right, and get us back to constitutional law and common law. All right, this is number 7. Reinstates the original Title Nobility Act. That number 7 is very important because if you look at most judges or so-called judges, because we actually had a judge in this country since the 1700s. All right, lawyers, they all have Esquire on their name. Lawyers especially have Esquire. If you read what they say, their oath, in their registration, they're registered to the British Accredited Register. They like to say bar, but they don't tell people bar is British Accredited Register. Their loyalty is to the crown. Not us. And if you go in the courtroom, they tell you the Constitution doesn't apply here because we don't have any courts. All right. And with that, when anybody who's declared themselves taking oaths to a foreign government will be thrown out of the country and they won't be allowed back in for the remainder of their life. Establish new presidential and congressional election within 120 days from the JSARA announcement. The JSARA comes first, but when they say the JSARA, when the JSARA comes in the back, that is worldwide. All governments will be told to stand down. Kings, queens, prime ministers, presidents, whoever else, congressmen, senators, we like to call them, they all got to stand down. They all got to basically get out and disappear. That includes state legislators and governors. Everybody's got to go. All right. It's even reported that, let's face it, folks, if you really want to know who the president of the republic is versus the president of the corporation, look no further than Flashbang is the president of the corporation, and the president of the republic is DJT. All right. So they're going to stand down. All national emergencies and return us back to constitutional law. Notice how the jab is done. All right. Most national emergencies are over. All right. If you really, except for the one we're actually under right now, we're actually under a soft military provisional government. We are. You just look it up. All right. All right. Monitors and number 8 monitors elections and prevents illegal election activities of special interest groups. Haven't you noticed for a while they were talking about those about the election results from this past one? I want you to have 3 8 bedroom. I want to have an 8 bedroom too. So do you. I want all of us to have it. All right. I want all of us to have our dream home or dream RV, whatever we want to have. Yeah, it's the muggy out. It's a little bit high. All right. Take a break and get you a little sip while you can. All right. While we taking a little break, I tell you what I do have with you. I got Steel Reserve. All right, that's what I'm drinking right now. All right, because the family's gone right now. I'm here by myself with just the dogs. All right, take a little break. All right. So, have you noticed that all these so-called the machines that's supposed to be used for the election are under question right now? They stopped talking about it. They told them you can't talk about everything else. So everybody's under scrutiny now for almost every election. All right. And what I've been told and what I've been hearing is that the military will monitor all elections and any fraud, anything else, they'll stop it right there on the spot. They'll stop. They go to election polling area, stop all shenanigans, hold it there, and they'll figure out what's going on, and then they'll decide whether they want to proceed with that area or not, or just direct everybody on somewhere else. All right. Number 10, creates a new U.S. Treasury rainbow currency backed by gold, silver, platinum, precious metals, ending the bankruptcy of the United States, inflated by Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1933. You know why he had to do it in 1933? Because in 1929, all the U.S. debts had been called in. All U.S. debts had been called in. And we entered into an international bankruptcy, which ended in 1999. Find out who has the Title IV flag. That is the official flag, not the red, white, and blue flag you see everybody flying around. That is a war flag. The Title IV flag has a white field with stars in it and blue and white and red stripes. All right. And there have also been rumors. I haven't seen it myself, but other folks have been posting up. I've seen it like once or twice, but there are other folks who have actually seen the new rainbow currency. All right, I haven't seen it yet, and it supposedly is at all the banks, all the credit unions. They all have them. All right. Hopefully we get that one and get rid of the bills, all right, the greenbacks. All right. Number 11, forbids the sale of American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the U.S. Department of Treasury. Oh my goodness, folks! When you start doing research on that one, you'll find out that how they do birth certificates. They initially get your mama to sign off on the birth certificate, and that's how they do it. And it's not nobody's fault. It's not mama's fault because everybody's excited. Everybody's bundled of joy. The daddy, he's worried about the mom. He's worried about the baby, and a lot of times he's in and out. Got to go back and forth to work. Finalize, okay, getting ready to go on vacation because he has to go back to work, and that's when they get the mama to sign off on the birth certificate. All right. And so that birth certificate is written on bond paper, and that is now true. Once you get that, and that number that number's on there is actually a bond number, and it's actually traded on the stock market. They have their own private stock market. The one we see ain't nothing compared to the private stock markets that they have, where they make billions of dollars off of it. All right, we're actually worth millions and billions of dollars, depending on how long you've been live birth on this planet, on this realm, and then you've actually been making your label. All right, it prevents them from selling anymore. Basically, it's in this room, and there's stories that we're going to get all that money back. All the money they've stolen from us, we're going to get back. Hey, speaking of the IRS, they sent me a bill. Sometimes they're still around. They're still trying to get money out of folks. Okay. All right, you probably got one not from the headquarters, but probably for some local. And there is also rumors that that you're not getting anything from the IRS. You're actually getting it from J.P. Morgan Chase. Yep, they're actually disguising themselves as the Internal Revenue Service now, and they're the ones who are getting stuff out. All right, so be looking out for that one, okay? I'm trying to confirm that for you. All right, number 12, initiates new U.S. Treasury bank system aligned with constitutional law. All right. New Treasury backed system aligned with constitutional law. That is coming up. Thank you. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you so much. All right. Uh, the new U.S. Treasury banking system. The U.S. Department of Treasury in Washington D.C. is shut down. It's boarded up, closed off. They may have a few security guards. Supposedly, the new U.S. Treasury is located on the Indian reservation near Reno, Nevada. Straight up. Most of D.C. is shut down. It's been shut down for a while. It's actually, and this is I'm not going to DC. I drove past it one time in my entire lifetime, and that was me coming when I was stationed in Great Lakes. When I was stationed in Great Lakes, Illinois, and I was being transferred to Virginia, and I made the most idiot mistake ever traveling on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Why nobody warned me about the Pennsylvania Turnpike? We ran into a $17 toll, and then turned around a few miles later, ran into a $21 toll. Folks, y'all could have warned me about that one. That's horrible. All right. And then we rolled past. We made an inadvertent pass by DC, and that was it. All right. But the new U.S. Treasury banking system is now in Reno, Nevada, and we're going to be getting our rainbow currency. Greenbacks are going away. All right. 13, eliminates the Federal Reserve System. I'm going to hold right there. Most people don't know the Federal Reserve no longer exists. It's been back. It was back. It was allowed to exist side by side with the U.S. Treasury, and then it was backed into the U.S. Treasury by force. All right. It is. It no longer exists. What you see on TV is flat out cocky boo boo, whatever you want to call it. All right. Janet Yellen is not the U.S. Treasury Secretary. Steve Mnuchin is the U.S. Treasury Secretary out of the Indian Reservation in Reno, Nevada. All right. They just keep putting Janet Yellen up there just because the mainstream media, that's what they do. All right. She's no issue. Jerome Powell takes orders from Steve Mnuchin. Period. Point blank. All right. During this transition period, the Federal Reserve will be allowed to operate side by side by the U.S. Treasury for 1 year in order to remove the Federal Reserve notes from the money supply. They're still trying to get it out of there, and it's being allowed to come into play. Speaking of the greenback, nobody uses dollars anymore overseas. They're getting rid of. They're dumping them. Whatever they do have, they're taking them and they're buying precious metals with them. All right, and they're trying to give them back. So far, the U.S. dollar is only being accepted in Canada, United States Corporation, which we are right here, and Mexico. That's about it. All right. I haven't been getting. I've been trying to reach out for folks that I know stationed overseas, especially the ones in Japan that I know. I know a lot of folks. I was stationed in Japan for a while, and been trying to get some notice from there. All right. Still waiting back. Still waiting on folks to confirm that. All right. Restores financial privacy. They're gonna get the banks out. They're gonna get the banks out of our business. You go to your financial institution or your wealth management. As far as the quantum financial system, we'll get to that one. And not even the people you talk to will have access to your account unless you give it to them. They're gonna get the banks out of it. You want to transfer money? That'll be between you transferring it and to whoever you want to give it to. The banks won't have anything to do with it. They'll be using the quantum financial system and Ripple's XRP. All right, that's it. Get out of our banking system. Don't be telling me what's in my account, because you don't tell me what's in your account. All right, so they get out of that one. All right, number 15, retrains all judges and attorneys in the constitutional law. We're finally going to have judges back here. Remember, judges do not enforce codes, ordinances, statutes, and regulations. Administrators do. That's why they say when you go to court, the Constitution doesn't apply here, because they're not judges. They're administrators. And that empty suit address to your right of you, normally to the right of you, is a protector for that corporation. All right? So those who they feel can be retrained, they're retrained. Everybody else, hey, you swore your oath to the Bar Association, you got to go. You sign your loyalty to the Crown of England, so you got to go back to England if they let you in there. All right? Ceases all aggressive U.S. military actions worldwide. That's a big one. When's the last time you seen about the U.S. military, the regular taxpayer-funded military fighting anywhere? We're not in the ukulele, as Dr. Kia Pruitt would say. We're not over there. That's not us fighting over there. Refuse to go. All right, let's let you know. All right, DC has been basically closed for 4 years now. That's right. They've been shut down, DC. All right, trust DC is shut down. All right, we're not fighting anywhere. Now, what you are seeing is not the taxpayer-funded U.S. military, which is the one we see on TV, which won't help, but you are seeing the dark, the underground, the shadow government military over there. They're over there fighting. All right. Releases unprecedented. This is number 18. Well, 18. Oh, I'm sorry, 17. Establishes peace throughout the world. There is a big push to get peace throughout the world. There was a much bigger peace to get peace throughout the world. Nobody wants to fight. They want to stop all the wars, the killing. If you really want to know, tell you the truth, we've been fighting Boer wars. Before World War One, World War Two, they were called the Boer Wars. All right, that's it. There were the Boer Wars, and I can't remember. And what recently the Banker Wars, the technocrat, whoever you want to call them. We've been fighting banker wars because we follow the money, and you'll figure out who's been fighting. These banker families are fighting each other. We're fighting banker wars, pretty much. The banking families they're all fighting each other, and they use us as cannon fodder to get whoever wins that family wins. Straight up, that's it. Dying tens of billions of people, or millions, and even to the billions of people, because the numbers still counting and dying all over banker wars. That stuff is ceasing. All right. Releases unprecedented prosperity and enormous sums of money for humanitarian projects. All right. That's all part of the Nasara, where we get back all the money that they've stolen from us. Birth certificates, income taxes you pay to the governments, state governments, everything. We get all that back, and we're gonna rebuild the world. All right. Clean up the oceans. Start rebuilding infrastructure throughout the planet. Reforestation. Clean up the rivers. Everything. Ponds. Everything. All that is being taken place. Rebuilding infrastructure throughout the world. All right. 19. Enables the release of over 6,000 suppressed technologies, patents of 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies that are being withheld from the public under the guise of national security, including free energy devices, anti-gravity, sonic healing. Boy, Tesla was on to something that they got rid of him for. They bankrupted him, and ultimately he died. All right. Then after he died, they went in there, took all his patents up, and never seen him again. All right. Have you noticed anybody who comes up and they openly put out on the video? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. If you anybody who comes out with the technology for water powered cars, what has happened to them? The most recently one was the tragedy in Buffalo. One of the brothers up there, and it was a brother, he looked like me. Go look at one of his videos and what happened to him. Yeah. Yep. Look what happened to anybody who comes up with technology that stands in the way of the big oil industries and the governments who collect taxes off us paying for gas. All right. We'll get into that one in a second. All right. So sonic healing, medbed technology is coming. All right. They try to put it out. Sometimes you pay attention to Hollywood, you'll see the medbed technology. Yeah, it's real and it's coming. All right. The military is going to be in charge of medbed technology, at least for a while, until everybody gets trained. People get trained up on it. All right. They don't want it. They wanted to come out with it earlier, but they realized it was too many bad actors. Too many. All right. So it is coming, and for those, and we got people who need it very badly. All right, very badly. And then 20, quantum financial system, quantum voting, QVS, quantum voting system, global currency reset, GCR, and global revalue of currencies is the RV. There will be a global currency reset. Question about the title of nobility. Go ahead. What's the question? The Titles of Nobility Act was passed. It was in the original Constitution before the Act 1871 Act of England, and they took it out. But that is still there. We've been operating under the United States of America Incorporated, side by side with the Republic. All right, the Republic is being reestablished. This is why you've seen things are not right. Everything's flipped inside. But that amendment is still there. All right, and this is what they're fighting The Title and Ability Act in Osiris says we can kick colonists out of our land. They are colonizers. Hey, they gotta go. Yes, they do. They gotta go. All right, can't kick everybody out because some people, even though they're here, they've actually been doing a good job fighting the good fight. So, as much as we want them out of here, I don't want everybody gone because some people actually here have been doing a good thing. All right. Then we have 20, the quantum financial system that's coming into play right now. All right, that's why that's why you're seeing banks laying out people. The banks have been deep trouble. They're having to force and to lay off people. All right, we just got word from J.P. Morgan Chase. They're going to lay off 63 people right now. They're going to lay off 63 people after they laid off a couple of thousand folks back in earlier this year. And then come September, there are rumors that they're going to be They're going to be laying off thousands of people. The banks are in deep trouble. They're laying off thousands of people already. Bank closures. That has to do with quantum financial system. They got to go. Some of these banks, they're being shut down, these branches, and then when they open back up and you go inside, they don't have any tellers anymore. They have cubicles. Those are wealth management systems. They're wealth management. How soon will they release wealth, aka 140 zeros? I can't wait, bro. I don't know. It's all about what's going on. Some things have to take place. There are military actions going on where they're trying to root out where they're trying to root out folks. And if you go to Intel Gurus about the global currency reset, everybody's been told, hey, be ready when it's ready because it is coming. It's not going to be. They're going to announce it's just going to be all of a sudden, wham, right then and there. Hey, toll free numbers come out. Call this number. You go to you get your appointment, get your redemption center. All right. And when they announced Nasara Jasara, if you already paid attention to what Trump's speech a few years ago, if you read the headline, it had the bottom, Nasara Jasara. It's being implemented. And as I posted on the channel, Putin and Russia already implemented Nasara for his country. Well, Jasara Global. He already did it. And in Brazil, they announced it a couple of weeks ago. Nasara Jasara, currency revaluation of the Brazilian. I can't remember what's the Brazilian, they call that money. All right, so it is happening. We're going to be the last. We're going to be the last to know about it here in the States because let's face it, we are rotten to the core and corrupt as hell. Let's face it. The Republic, the corporation, United States American Corporation is rotten to the core. It's rotten as hell. All right, it is rotten as hell. Let's be straight up put it. Anyway, put it to you. All right. Global currency reset. The reset of all currencies throughout the world to where they'll be equal 1-to-1. Every currency will be 1-to-1. So let's say if you have 10,000 Thai baht, which is Thailand money. Yeah. This is disguised. Yeah, that's reparations. It is being disguised. I hate to say it because many of the family are not going to agree with it, but that's coming. They just can't tell us. They just can't tell us it's coming. There are already Tesla towers in Texas around the world. They're big one in Texas right now. Yep, they're getting ready to free energy. Have you noticed? Oh, that's something else I've seen here. They've actually started building. Have you noticed for a while now? They're putting these little coils on top, and all around the country, around in these old 18th century technology power lines. Mm-hmm. As you know, hopefully I can get a Tesla coil in my own backyard. I can get my own energy. All right. But getting back into it, you got Thai baht. Let's say, because I've been to Thailand before, you got 10,000 Thai baht. When the revaluation happens, you can go trade that in for 10,000 U.S. Treasury note. The U.S. dollar is going away. It's going to be the new U.S. Treasury note. All right. Yeah, I need to get some of that copper. Yeah, more. I got a little bit. I need to get some more. All right. So, yeah. So let's say if you pack in what most things people talking about is the Iraqi dinar. When it goes 1-to-1, also planetary judge told us to quit jobs, bills, etc. Stop calling ourselves. Yes, they did. The federal postal judge said stop doing that because all this stuff is unlawful. All bills are prepaid. Go look up the 1933 executive order by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. What happened in that Roosevelt? I'll give you a hint. They confiscated not only gold, they confiscated all property. And if you look at the Constitution for the Republic, it says gold and silver are the only, precious metals are the only money. So what do you have in your wallet? Fiat paper bills. So when you pay your bill, they give you a bill, you pay them with bills. We don't have any money unless you have precious metals. So what did they do? They gave us unlimited credit. That's right. Unlimited credit. So all bills are already paid for. Uniform Commercial Codes, United States codes, UCC codes, and United States codes. It says right there that we're not supposed to pay bills. We just have to be willing to fight for it because these people, they know the fraud and they hate it. They hate it when you come out with the fraud. All right, so get back on track. 1-to-1 each currency when it gets into play. All right, and then you got the revaluation of currencies. All right, every currency is going to be revalued. Well, some of these old currencies got to go away, and then they get new currencies. All right, every currency is going to be kicking into play. The RV is already kicked into effect. Like I said, we're going to be the last to know about it here stateside. Why? Because we are riding this hell. There is nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is just my opinion. Give me yours. There's nothing left to save about our financial system or the just us system. Notice to say justice. Slow it down. You'll get the real meaning. A just us system. All right. It has nothing to do with the tone of your skin. It has everything to do with we're not part of the club. Period. All right. We're not part of the club, especially us, but we definitely ain't part of the club. All right. So when you do have that revaluation of currencies and everything revalues to what it's supposed to be, uh, you'll see an equal playing field. Everything is going to be equal around the realm. All right. So that was Nasara Jasara. If you want to see the Nasara Jasara Act, go to Jasara.news. Jasara.news. Okay, you'll see it. Go look up the act. It has a little tab button that says act, and then you pop up all the 20 laws. You can print it out for yourself. All right. All right. There you go. So I'm gonna say this little thing, and then I'll leave it open for questions for a few minutes because it is getting dark, and everybody knows most of the Carolinas are swampland over here, and I ain't finna be inside while these mosquitoes tear me alive. I had that happen once. I'm not doing it again. All right. So let me say this before I answer a few questions. We have to be patient. There are people who've been in this game, who's been in the Sarah to Sarah for 50, 60 years, and they told what's coming. Yeah, family members do think we're crazy. My own family, but the only people in my whole family that believe me is my mama. My mama and her husband. My daddy passed away in '95. But my mama and her husband are the only ones that believe me. Everybody else think I'm crazy. I've been disowned by my own family members. All right? That's what it is. You're not crazy. All right? But we have to be patient and wait for it to come. Yes, it is. Yeah, we're struggling. Everybody's struggling. I'm hurting. I'll be honest with you, folks. I'm not supposed to say this. Been out of work since January. We got enough savings, and it has caused tension, not just for my wife, but many family members, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have been got tension with your family members as well too. All right, shit sucks. It sucks and it's horrible. And I'm not a lazy bum. Trust me. I've been fixing stuff around the house, been applying for jobs, applying for opportunities. I do got a couple of opportunities where I do have some interviews. I mean, hey, luckily we saved enough to be covering us, but even that's running dry. All right, that's just me being blunt, honest with you. I know I wasn't supposed to say it, things in my head say it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what it is. All right. Yep. When you know the truth, everybody thinks you're crazy. Yep. I tend to think that too, that it was a blessing in disguise. I'm not fired. They didn't fire me. I was just taking off the contract. All right. So I'm still employed part time with the job because you be full time you be working, but I haven't found any no contracts of coming up right yet. And hopefully I got some actual interviews coming, and we'll see it from there. All right. But let's get back on track. Be patient with it coming. Tension is there. We can feel it. We can all feel it. Despite what you see people driving up and down the street, I see people in my neighborhood with brand new cars, brand new trucks. I'm like, damn, man, I wish I could do it. Thank you. It's gonna work out for all of us. All right, so I just want to get that little tidbit out the way. Just all of us be patient. Stick around for about another 2 to 3 minutes. You want to ask me a question? Go right ahead, no matter what it is. I love when people be brutally honest with me. Go ahead and ask me. All right, pull me nothing that's still reserved. All right, shoot for it. Any question, no matter how brutally honest. No, if you want me to be brutally honest, I'll be it. Just go ahead and ask me a question. Go right ahead. Anything, shoot. No questions? Hmm. If it's funny, you never hear Nasara on TV. They're never going to tell you on TV. Like I said, we're riding to the core here. The U.S. media is bought and paid for. All right? They're never going to tell us until it's too late. All right, what do we need to do to survive? Pray and get a good support system around you and have faith in yourself that you're going to be okay. I can't. That's me being blunt honest with you. That's what I'm at now. Praying. I got a few, 1 or 2 friends who I contact. One of them ain't contacted in a while, but whenever I'm feeling down and real bad, he called me and like, hey, man, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be cool. All right. And normally what he says picks me up and I'm good to go. All right. But now I've had to call him in this situation too. A few more? I say go ahead and ask me what you want to ask me. Ask me how tall I am. Ask me if I'm fat. It don't bother me. All right. All right. So while we're waiting for a few minutes before I end this broadcast, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate those who join. Yes, it's not a sexy topic to join. Many folks have thought I've been told I'm crazy, I'm ignorant, I'm stupid. All right. I don't. They told me, man, you going to jail for the stuff you're talking about. Like, look, man, how you going to jail? You just fighting for your rights. You fighting because most people don't realize they don't have any rights if you don't fight for it. Uh, how do I feel about that question? How do I feel about Trump? I ain't no fan of him, but I do know he was handpicked to be president. He was. He was put in by the military, straight up. They needed somebody who couldn't be bought. Trump's a bore. Go ahead. Anybody, real people who knew Trump growing up, Trump's a bore. They used to call him a buzzkill. Hi, I'm from Yorkshire, England. What's going on, England? How you doing? That is absolutely true. He is better than the resident. All right, what's going on in England? Let us know what's going on. All right. But what if I were to tell you that we haven't actually had a president got to destroy the club? Yes, we do. Speaking of president, what if I were to tell you that the last president of the Republic was Ulysses S. Grant, and the last president of the corporation was Bill Clinton? Remember when I went back and said who owns the Title IV flag? We were about to the Republic the land soil of the Republic was about to go in receivership when the international bankruptcy was coming to an end in 1999. The mosquitoes, they coming out everywhere, so we're in this real quick. All right, they vicious out here. All right, yeah. There's not been a president, and go back to the election between Bush and Gore. That kerfluffle, yeah, because the Title IV flag had been captured, which means the Republic actually was actually going to 2 men. One of them has since passed away, and now one man still alive. All right, he's still around, and believe you me, he's been beat up, he's been tortured. by the goons of the corporation. And when he wouldn't resist, they beat him up for a few weeks. And then when they finally got him into a so-called maritime courtroom, he wouldn't give up, and they finally said, "Okay, you deserve to be the title of the Title IV flag, and therefore run the republic." All right. So all these presidential elections are a joke. We don't have presidents. We're not supposed to be a president. There hasn't been one because the Constitution and the rest of the contracts expired in 1999. Yep. All courts are closed. Don't go to them. They're closed. Yes, I've had to go. They just say because somebody in my family got a ticket, and I fought one, and I presented enough paperwork to say, and they got the case dismissed. Literally, when I tried to hand it to the district attorney, I tried to hand it to the district attorney, and that district attorney looked right at it and said, "Nope, you good. Case dismissed." That let me know about what's going on. All right. And when I had an issue with, let's say, a county clerk, I presented some paperwork, looked right at me, and said, "Hey, this is sovereign citizen paperwork. File this with this right here." Now, I didn't agree with sovereign citizen, but sovereign citizen is a misnomer. It's stupid. It's an oxymoron. All right, you can't be sovereign and a citizen at the same time. Don't look at Webster's dictionary or Encyclopedia Britannica. Go look up Black's Law Dictionary. You'll see the real definition of citizen and United States. Cali trying to get rid of child support as part of reparations plan. Not for sure about that one. I know they tried to pass a bill criminalizing child trafficking as a felony, and somebody they got rid of it. Now they're bringing it back. It's weirdly normally here, even though things are going off everywhere else. Unsure, crazy. Yeah, I didn't get to read that one. It kind of went away. All right. So yeah, but back on that one, we don't have any president. Every president since 2000, since 1999, if you look what happened, does not actually be president. It's all a joke. It's a side joke. All right. It's actually even President Trump was not actually president. That was a sideshow, but he was put in place by the military as a figurehead. This is why he's a billionaire, and he's been taking lumps and bruises, and even threatening his family, including at the time when they threatened they were threatening 8-year-old Barron Trump. Oh boy, they got a lot of us heated. Like I said, I may not like the man, but even that 8-year-old boy, you don't threaten a little kid like that. All right, what did she say about currency? Jennifer Robinson. Who said what about currency? Oh, if you're talking about Nasara Jassara, by currencies, they are going to revalue. All currencies are being revalued as we speak. We're just the last country to know about it because our media won't tell us, and we're riding this hell to the core. All currencies are going to revalue 1-to-1. The new U.S. Treasury dollar, the U.S. dollar is going away. We're going to have the new U.S. Treasury note, or the U.S. note, or the U.S. Treasury note. That's what we're getting, because the dollar is no longer recognized around the world. All right, U.S., Canada, and Mexico are the only ones who do the dollar. Sorry about the camera shaking. That's me getting my beer off the container. All right. Couple more questions to end it because I see mosquitoes flying around here now. All right, I'm about to go inside. All right, gold and silver, the gold, silver, and platinum. That's true. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, titanium, all precious metals. All right, if you got them, please go out and get some. Go to your local coin dealer. Online, it's kind of getting hard, so because they're having to raise premiums because they're having to pay the bullion dealers. Okay. Thank you. Everything will work out. I need more on the planetary judge power. He said no more mortgages. That's right. He's true. All mortgages counsel. But people are still losing their homes. Like I said here, because most people don't know. Most people don't realize that what's actually going on. Mortgages have been canceled. We just have to wait because, like I said, most people in the country, in the republic, don't know that the republic is back. They're under the illusion that the corporation is still in charge. All right? Even, let's just say, I put this honest with you, even my family members, I'm still paying mortgage because they don't believe me. I'm trying to tell them, hey, you can help me fight these people. If we win, we all win because we'll go after everybody. But most people don't know, so they just keep paying and paying and paying until it gets announced. All right? So we had about 50 minutes now. One more question, and then I'll leave because I'm seeing mosquitoes fly past me. That's why I'm doing this right here. They're flying past me. I already got bit up by 3 or 4 times already. I can't stand mosquitoes. All right, where the dragonflies at to eat them up? All right, just one more, please. Let's get this one more question out the way. Uh, I know. I thank y'all for looking. All right, and thank my elders for kicking my ass when I was little, and for showing me don't give up the fight. All right. So thank you for that one. I want to thank y'all all for joining us, joining me, and joining us all. Be safe. Like I said, be safe, be sound. Please take care of yourself first, then your kids, wife, husband, family members, neighborhoods, then communities, and reach out to other communities. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're close. The Sound of Freedom. Oh yeah, that's got a lot of them spooked. Okay, a lot of stuff is being brought out. Quickly before we go, let me get close. What's getting ready to come out will scare the shit out of people. What what's going on right now is going to come out. It's so bad what's getting ready to come out that maybe, and I've been hearing that only 20% of the bad stuff is coming out because the rest is so horrific. All right. So the Sound of Freedom is one thing that's coming out. Okay, letting people know about, hey, this is what's going on. All right, it's real. All right. So I'm gonna eat up. Let me let you go. Once again, I want to thank y'all for all joining me. Be safe, be sound. Take care of yourself first. Like I said, then your family, kids, wife, husband, communities. Reach out to other communities. Okay. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully have a good Sunday. Rest of your Sunday. I gotta wait for my oldest daughter to get off work because she's now behind the wheel now, traveling herself back and forth. All right, so be safe, be sound. Take care of yourself first, and let's get it started.